Timothy and the Hidden Clock. Once upon a time, in a sleepy little village nestled deep within the English countryside, there lived a boy named Timothy. The village was idyllic, complete with cobblestone streets, thatched roof cottages, and gardens bursting with vibrant flowers. But behind this picturesque facade lurked a most peculiar and quite terrifying secret. Timothy, an adventurous lad of 10, was renowned for his insatiable curiosity. He was always poking around, seeking out mysteries and secrets. And it was this very nature that led him to the most sinister house in the village. The house sat atop a hill, its shingles weathered, its windows veiled in a perpetual gloom. Locals whispered about it in hushed tones, calling it the House of the Hidden Clock. For you see, it was rumored that the house contained a clock, but not just any clock. It was a clock with a face hidden beneath its ancient brass hands, a face that revealed your darkest fears and innermost terrors when you gazed upon it. No one had dared to enter the House of the Hidden Clock in generations, but Timothy was different. Armed with nothing more than a satchel filled with sandwiches, a bottle of ginger beer, and his unyielding curiosity, he set off one crisp October morning to uncover the secrets that lay within. The creaking gate heralded his arrival, and the overgrown garden seemed to twist and squirm as if recoiling from his approach. Undeterred, Timothy climbed the crumbling stone steps and with a trembling hand pushed open the creaking door. The hallway was dark, dusty, and filled with a musty odor that made Timothy wrinkle his nose. But what drew his attention was the eerie ticking sound that echoed through the air. It was the unmistakable sound of a clock hidden somewhere in the depths of the house. Timothy followed the ticking deeper into the house, through dimly lit rooms filled with forgotten relics of times long past. The walls bore faded wallpaper, and the furniture was draped in dusty, moth-eaten cloths. Finally, Timothy found himself in a small, dimly lit chamber. In the center stood a tall grandfather clock, its polished mahogany gleaming strangely amid the darkness. The clock's brass hands pointed to an empty space, and Timothy's heart raced as he realized this was the famed hidden clock. With trembling hands, Timothy took a deep breath and reached out to turn the brass hands. He twisted them slowly, and as he did, a shadowy figure began to appear on the blank face. It was not his own reflection, but the face of a woman, her eyes wide with terror. "What do you fear, dear child?" the ghostly visage whispered. Timothy stammered, I fear the unknown." With a haunting, ethereal laugh, the woman's image faded, and the clock returned to its blank state. Braver now, Timothy twisted the hands again, and this time a different face emerged, a man with a cruel sneer. "What do you fear, dear child?" the man hissed. "I fear the darkness," Timothy replied, his voice unwavering. The man's laughter echoed through the room as he too vanished. Timothy continued to turn the hands, and with each turn a new face appeared, each revealing the deepest fears of his heart. The fear of loneliness, the fear of monsters, the fear of the endless unknown. The room filled with sinister laughter and chilling whispers as the faces came and went. As the last face melted away, a new voice spoke, softer and more sinister than the rest. "What do you fear, dear child?" Timothy hesitated, his mind racing. He had already confronted so many fears, but now he faced the ultimate terror, the fear of the unknown. With a trembling voice, he replied, "I fear the clock itself." The room fell silent. The clock's hands began to spin wildly, and the chamber grew colder. Suddenly, the clock itself came to life, its wooden body cracking and twisting as it revealed a monstrous ancient face beneath the brass hands. The clock roared, a sound that shook the very foundations of the house. It lunged at Timothy with wooden limbs, and in an instant it devoured him, his screams echoing through the house and into the village below. The House of the Hidden Clock fell into darkness once more, its sinister secret safely guarded, but the village would never forget the brave boy who dared to confront his fears. And so, the legend of Timothy and the Hidden Clock lived on. A cautionary tale of curiosity turned to terror, a tale that warned of the dangers of unearthing the deepest fears hidden in the shadows of our own hearts. The end.